to start controversy. Here is the way that my family has always made fried green tomatoes, and I can guarantee...
Kind of controversy. Here is the way that my family has always made fried green tomatoes, and I can guarantee it is not the way that y'all have made them. These are the seasonings that you will need. You want to cover everything. Everything gets seasoned. Every step gets seasoned, okay? The tomatoes are layered with seasoning. First, your dredge, flour, very seasoned. No egg and milk mixture here. This is cornbread muffin mix. Then more flour. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. Don't they fucking look beautiful? And yes, everything's very seasoned along the way. Yum. And yeah, I know my family's weird. My mom was lazy. My mom was like, why are we going to do egg and milk and then later do cornmeal? Why don't we just make cornbread? My mom was lazy, but it works, y'all. It fucking works, okay? It works. So we've got my tomato, got my flour, dredge it in my flour first. Cover it completely as much as you can. Then you're going to slide it in to this cornbread muffin mix bath. Like so. Yeah, just let it, just for a second. And then you're gonna drop it into this thing of seasoned flour. Oh yeah. And then, very carefully, into the pan. It's that simple. Step 1, flour. Step 2, cornbread muffin mix bath. And step 3, and just so you know, the cornbread muffin mix, it's got, instead of 1/3 of a cup, it's got 1/2 of a cup. Because you want it to be a tiny bit runnier than it normally would be. Into the pan! Okay. We're going to take our tomato, put it in the flour, put it in the flour, put it in the cornmeal, put it in the flour, and then put it in the pan. Now we're on to our last few. And these are little thick boys. These are the ends. Into the cornbread muffin mix. Go for a little swim. Oh, I gotta get good and covered because you're a thick girl. You're a thick girl. You need a little extra coating. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Sometimes I need a little extra covering on my cake. All right. Into the pan. Now, here's another thing that I do. So when I'm done with this part of my fingers that are all messy, you just want to grab this flour and kind of rub your fingers until it all comes off. And then at the end, you're going to make these little, like, hush puppies with it. So you don't want to lose any of that flavor. You just want to get your dry flour and then just kind of rub it off until it all comes off into the pan. Into the flour thing. All right? All right. So then we're going to cook our last little 2. We got 2 more. And get our last little 2. Get them ready. Floured up and ready to go. All right, you're ready to go. And now we're going to do you. That last little guy. He is floured. Yep, floured. And then in the cornbread muffin mix. In the cornbread muffin mix. And then in the flour. And that's it. Okay, so that's our last 2. That's our last 2 little guys. So I'm going to get all this off my hands. I'm going to flip those. And then I'm going to show you how to make these fried green tomato hush puppies because they're also pretty good. And I don't know why my mama made it so different from everybody else, but she sure did, y'all. She sure did. Now, as far as these fried green tomato hush puppies go, I don't know if this was just my mom not wanting to waste shit or what, but you see, you've got this juice, right? These are straight up from the tomatoes. Because I let the tomatoes sit for a few minutes, they released their juice, so you don't want to lose that. So the first thing you want to do is get your corn muffin mix together. You want to pour that directly in there, okay? Then you want to add that lumpy flour that you have from before that I told you to not get rid of. This is why. I'm gonna mix that in there too. That's it. You probably won't need the other flour, but if it's not thick enough at the end of it, then we'll just add that other flour. But you just want it to be the thickness of dough. Actually, yeah, we probably are gonna need to add this flour too, just to be safe. I'd rather it be too thick than not thick enough. And I don't waste shit, y'all. I guess my mama don't waste shit either, and that's why she did it this way. So don't make a mess like I am. I mean, try to be more careful than I am. I'm in a hurry and I'm tired. Y'all, my tomatoes look so fucking amazing right now. They're making me like hungry looking at them. All right, so you just want to mix this in really well. And it'll start to separate from the sides, and it'll start to turn into a dough. And when that happens, yeah, see how it's separating from the sides and turning into a mound of dough? When that happens, you just get you a little piece of it, like so, and you just make you a little hush puppy ball, like so. And then you just make it, you don't want them to be too thick. And then you just place them in there real gentle like and cook them up. Okay, now with my spatula. Okay, got my spatula. All right, boys, I think y'all are done and ready to come out. Oh yeah, you looking so yummy. Oh, sweetheart, you turned out so beautiful. I knew you would. Yes. Now, once you've cooked them, you want to set them off to the side so that they can on a plate with a paper towel. All right. So now, I'm just gonna make my little patties. And place them in there. And they won't take long to cook at all. I mean, these guys are like less than a minute on each side when they're done. They don't take long at all. They just taste like fucking fried green tomato batter. But like, they're good, just trust me. Okay. Make it a little bit bigger. Not too much bigger, just a little bit bigger. All right. Yep. It's okay if they stick to you. It don't matter. You don't want them to be too thick though, because then they'll be doughy in the middle. You definitely don't want that. This is what we're not gonna do. We not about to burn our shit. We not about to burn our shit. This here's what we not finna do. We not about to burn our shit. Okay, I'm gonna rinse my hands off because they're covered in that cornmeal. I'm gonna flip my last 2 tomatoes. Make sure they're cooked thoroughly through. I think you might need another minute on the other side. Okay. And now this guy's ready to flip. This guy's ready to flip. Oh, careful, don't fall on the other guy. This guy's ready to flip. All right, careful, boys. Oh, there's plenty of room for everybody. You don't have to fight, there's plenty of room. Okay. All right, so then as I cook them, like these guys are flipped, so I'm gonna kind of move them off to the side. I'm gonna let the oil, make sure the oil coats the pan, and flip them off to the one side, and then make the rest of these because they're almost done. Okay, done. 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 Okay, and this is my last little guy. And see y'all, I ain't waste shit. All right, now they're just gonna take about a minute and a half on each side to cook. While they're doing that, I'm I'm going to wash my hands. And clean as you go. 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 Oh, wait, I'm not done. Not done with that. Oh yeah, you're good. You are golden brown. Yes. Oh no, no, I got you, 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 I got you. Oh, I got you. Oh no. What are you breading? Your breading fell off. That's okay. I still love you. No breading at all. I still love you. All right, so now we're gonna flip these new guys that I just put in here. And flip them. Just real quick. Flip them. And flip them. Okay. Now, I'm gonna show you what they look like.